night of your character this season?
The first
If
night?
you remember.
Oh man, I don't remember.
Why don't you remember?
But I'm sure the look was like worried. Yeah. I'm sure there was one eyebrow raised. No, I don't remember actually. We're like a month and a half into filming, I think, so there's a lot of shit has happened.
How much of it are you allowed to talk about?
Probably none of it, but you know,
Can you give
some
like
of
a
it.
vague overview of where your character's going?
Yeah, I mean, we pick up season 4 right where we left off in season 3, which is nice. So Alice is in jail still. I'm the only one that is still the same character, and I'm the only one who knows, the other characters don't know that they're somebody else right now. So Alice kind of has an advantage/disadvantage because she's in jail. So I get to spend a lot of alone time at the beginning of the season, but it's nice. Yeah, Alice has tons of regret constantly.
Knowing too much and regret.
Yeah. I think I still stand behind what she did last season, and I think she would too. I think that she was doing the right thing, and she just wanted to protect her friends. I know a lot of people, including the fans, really didn't see it that way. They were very mad at me, but she was really just trying to do what was best for her friends and for the world. So I don't know. I don't think she regrets it, but I think she has the most complicated relationship with magic out of everybody else because she was the only one born into it. So it's something she's questioned her whole life, which is a fun thing for me to explore. I like that part about her character. Magic's never been romantic to her in any way, so that's something that I explore a lot this season, is still her relationship with magic. It's like Magic and Quentin, she can never figure it out.
So would you say that she's kind of tasked with making things right this year?
Yeah, I think she's been on her own redemption story this year. Yeah, that's what it feels like. I mean, they only give us, the scripts about a week and a half before we start shooting them. So I don't know where the whole season is going. John and Sarah would speak to that more than me, but right now it feels like a redemption season and trying to help her friends and help herself. But it's a different Alice than we saw last year. I really like to change up Alice every year, or at least every half a year, every 3 months. So yeah, I feel very much like I'm playing a little bit more of Alice from season 1, who I miss. Just kind of beaten down and starting over, and yeah. She's in jail at the library. Yeah. It's in a dingy little dark cell with not a short skirt, very unflattering clothing.
Comfortable.
I'm very comfortable. I got to tell you guys, I've filmed 3 episodes now, and I haven't had to watch what I eat once on set.
How has your personal relationship kind of changed with how you engage online with people, if at all? Because I feel like, the show is like, cast is very engaged more than most shows, but like for you, how has that changed over the past couple of years?
Well, it's fascinating. I've been on the internet for a long time because I had a web series for many years before that was even a thing. Mm-hmm. So I've been existing on the internet for a long time, so I've seen like the waves of the way comments and trolling, and I've watched it all happen, and I've experienced it in nasty ways for a long time. And it's finally nice to have a platform. Like The Magicians is really giving me a voice and a platform and enough people where I can like stop that kind of talk. Like I've had so many nasty things said, not like mean things, but just inappropriate things said to me on the internet. It's nice now. I feel like I have like a army of fans who have my back. So if somebody says something about like, say, my body or something, which is none of their business, I have all these people who, if I just say, please don't say that, like tons of fans are like, don't say that. Like I feel like the fans have my back, and that's like, I think been my favorite part about being on a show like this. Fans are really fantastic. You don't get that on some of the other projects you work on.
Now you have a solid background in comedy too. Mm-hmm. Do you?
Alice isn't funny.
She itself is funny.
Wouldn't you like to have like maybe there's ways of being funny without meaning to, kind of?
Yeah, I think Alice has a dry sense of humor, which I have a dry sense of humor, and I've purposely asked them to not write her funny. I like that she's a straight man in the group because I rarely get to play that. And so when Alice does deliver a funny line, it's like very few and far between, and it's more satisfying. Like Alice and Margot couldn't be any more different from each other. But it's really funny because Summer and her character are very different. Me and my character are very different, but I don't know. No, I don't want Alice to ever be super funny. Leave that to Elliot and Margot.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't want to give anything away, but yeah. I also don't know what all of them are yet, but yeah.
How much partnership do you have with, in terms of I guess interacting with the writers and kind of seeing where your character is going from an emotional growth kind of standpoint? Do you have a whole lot of interaction with them?
They keep everything pretty close, but they're open to questions and suggestions. But I think in season 4 of a show, they know how to write for us. They write our characters very well. We play them very well, and it's more like major arcs. I just kind of want to know. I think in the beginning I wanted to know everything, mostly because I wanted it to be just like the books. But once you throw that out the window, it's kind of I just want to know the grand scheme of things. What's the theme of the season? Yeah. And I don't really need to know anything else because nobody knows my character better than me. So no matter what they write, I make it my own, and I make it the Alice that I know. And we respect each other's process really well because sometimes they'll write scenes that are really fantastical and on the page might seem crazy and too fantasy or too sci-fi or I don't know, just ridiculous. I mean, our show is ridiculous, but then it's all of our job to ground it, and I think we just have that understanding of each other now that we will do that part. They'll write something crazy and then we'll ground it, and I think that's why the show works. I think everyone always talks about how it has its own vibe and style. I don't know, it's its own thing, and I think it's that combination.
What one thing from the books do you wish the show was?
I don't know. They've done most of Alice's storyline. Yeah. I want Summer to go Janet, Margot. Fuck. You know what I'm talking about. I want her to go on her quest to the desert. That I'd be curious about. Yeah. I don't know. They cover a lot of what's in the books, just in a different order. It's okay.
One more question. Yeah. Have you filmed that? What's your favorite scene?
Over the whole show?
Sure. Or just the scene.
Well, I can't really talk about the scenes I've filmed this season, but I like killing the beast. I like when Alice gets to be a badass. I mean, she is always a badass, but she has a determination that I really enjoy playing. So I like that. I liked when I killed the beast. Except for I love the actor Charles who plays the beast. I'm really sad he's not on the show anymore. Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.